Hello and welcome back to the course. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that makes some people uncomfortable, and that's the theory of going in for the kill. Um, this is the attitude of adding more and more to a winning position. You know, when you find weakness, just punish it in the market. It's one of the best ways to supercharge your returns. What I mean by this is that you add as things work out. Far too many traders are afraid to have a position run for a longer period of time and want to take profits as soon as possible. I think that a lot of that comes down to people, being ahead at one point in a trade and then having it go against them. They've seen a small profit turn into a small loss, when they trade short-term charts. But the longer-term professional trader takes a look at a chart like this and they recognize that, for whatever reason they go short, maybe a trend line break, get a gap lower or whatever, they short. Every time we pull back and then roll over again, you short again. You short a smaller position. You just short and short and short and short. And so at that point, maybe you get a 10% gain or, 100, whatever the number is. But this gives you the opportunity to weather the storm of those other losses. You add slightly going forward until the market tells you it's time to leave. So once you turn around and perhaps make above the recent high, then maybe you exit. There are a lot of different ways to do this, but the idea is that you are trying to really pound the market when it's working in your favor. That is how you benefit longer term. The fear of the loss, I think, comes from short-term trading. When you initially start, you're on a 15-minute chart, you're up 20 pips, and then you see that turn into a 30-pip loss, and it's that fear of loss that continues to drive this. But if you can step back and kind of disassociate yourself from the fear of losing what you've gained and look at the big picture, you can see clearly that adding this would have just made for incredible returns over the course of that year. So keep that in mind. I want you to experiment with that. I want you to recognize that when you're right, you need to be very right. That's how you become a winner in the long term.